studying abroad is kind of a bit overrated. Okay. Uh, like, why do people go study abroad? The main reason that I can think of on top of my head is because they don't want to, impress their parents, or is that their parents push them so they can brag about them in the future. But what are the actual advantages? People always the main reasons are thinking, oh, it's better education, it's to get an experience. But then again, can't you get can't you get all that from colleges? And isn't it just too expensive too? Like, is you getting a new experience from a different country really worth the thousands and thousands of money you're going to spend? Even if you got a scholarship, the best scholarship, paid for everything, you still gotta have to find a job, So that's mainly the reason why I think, is it really worth it? Like, where am I going with this? Oh God. Oh, yeah, it's a bit overrated. And plus, what would happen if, like, even from a parent point of view, like, let's say you want to be able to brag about your kid, right? And so it's like, oh, you have to study abroad. Then I could brag to my friends. It kind of depends, right? Because even if you go to abroad, the chances are you'll go to, a community college to be cheap, or not an actual Ivy League school, because when people say that you're studying abroad, they'll automatically assume most of the time that you're going to an Ivy League school like Harvard. But in most cases, you don't. So it ends up getting a bit. I imagine it got a bit awkward. It can be awkward. Like, you introduce your kid, like, oh, your son's studying in abroad. Is he studying at Harvard? No, he studies at community college. Oh, my son went to UE. The best university in Indonesia. Like, imagining is kind of funny to me, because I feel like that kind of dream, the studying abroad dream, is usually, you know, not people in the lower middle class, but the people who actually has them are middle class, privileged, communities usually. Just saying, because the thought of your offspring to be able, to not study in your own country sounds romanticized. People romanticize it. They romanticize about, oh, studying in Paris, studying abroad, studying in this country and that. They say it's the most beautiful. But the thing is, every country does that. Every country advertises it. Every country has its downs. But I think it's important to remember that people are just trying the best they can, and it doesn't matter. In the end of the day, it doesn't matter what colleges you go to, whether you're studying in abroad or your own country, as long as you don't be an asshole. I don't know where I'm going with this. God, it went from talking about college being overrated to something else. So I don't really have anything else to say. I just want to go to bed as soon as I can. Professor, if you're watching this, I'm sorry, but thank you for listening to me ramble in the middle of the night too. So thank you. Goodbye.